80 lumens. The thing is, you notice how the light of this has got a concentrated hot spot and a wide beam. Look at this. The LED Lensa light is a lot more confined. The reason being, these ones just have the reflector inside and a flat protective lens. The LED Lensa have got a reflector inside, but they've also got a lens at the front which is actually made like the headlamp of your car. It will concentrate the beam, focus it into more of a beam that will travel further. And again, we'll see the difference tonight. I'm not sure if that shows up very well. And this is my everyday carry, as you see. Got my keys and everything on there. So this is the LED Lensa Police Tech Focus. Now the good thing about this spot is if we turn the head, it becomes a flood. Now it doesn't look very much here, but out in the open it does make a big difference. Now that's something that Surefire doesn't do at the moment. If they do have a spot and a flood on a flashlight of this size, I've yet to see it. But then again, I haven't been keeping up to date with Surefire because I've basically transferred over to LED Lensa nowadays. Again, it takes 3 AAA batteries, whereas these take CR123s. So if you're stuck out in a small town somewhere and you need replacement batteries for these, they will cost you a small fortune and they may not even be able to be found. The good thing about the AA's and AAA's is that they are readily available. You can go into almost any shop and you can buy them. Now, this one, you may not have seen this before. I found this purely by accident in my local supermarket in the battery section. It takes 2 AA batteries, telecap button. Now this is actually made by the battery company called Energizer. It is simply called the Energizer Lithium, but the actual model number, I had to hunt on the internet to find the model number of this. The model number is ELMCL21L flashlight. So this is the Energizer Lithium ELMCL21L flashlight. It's a mouthful, but I tell you, if you ever see these, buy one. Heck, buy 2. The prices of the Surefire here in Australia is anywhere from $80 to $100 depending on where you shop. The LED Lensa, same, about 80 to 100. I paid, I think it was $88 for that. This puts out, it has a Cree LED chip in it. It puts out 110 lumens. Now these ones were 80, 65 and 80. So I think this is probably about 5. This, don't even want to guess at that. This puts out 110 lumens. Now I have tested this as soon as I got it, and I basically lit up the entire side of the house across the road. And it has a pretty cool look to it. It almost looks like a small handheld plasma sword, if I should call it that, because the other word may be copywritten. You never know, don't want to get into trouble with Mr. Lucas, but it kind of looks like a small single-handed plasma sword or plasma knife. It's sort of like a polished gunmetal sort of aluminium aircraft alloy. it has this tube of rubber around the outside. Now you can actually remove that, but I wouldn't if I were you, because the grip on this is absolutely fantastic. But as you see here, this is a small layer of tube rubber. It has a pocket clip or belt clip on it. The problem is, I'm thinking about taking that off because it is so tight, and with the rubber being underneath it, you cannot actually, you put this in your pocket and you try to get your jeans pocket to slide up in there. It'll take you 5 minutes just to get it up in there, and then when you try to pull it out, the damn thing just won't release because the grip is that tight. It does not have a focus beam that spreads to flood, but it has different settings on it. To adjust the power output, you push and hold the button, and now watch the light. Hold on. 1, 2, 1, 2. See how the intensity changes? When you turn it on, it's at maximum. If you want it to become weaker, you push and hold, and it just gets dimmer like that. And it clicks, sorry, not clicks, it blinks when it goes the other way. You watch. So that's absolute minimum. And at minimum power, you get 24 hours of continuous runtime. At maximum power, you get 3 hours of continuous runtime. Now, the 110 lumen output is actually at maximum. I don't know what the minimum output is, but it's actually quite handy. Now on low, if you want it back on high, you just turn it off, turn it back on. It resets itself. Not only that, if you accidentally leave it on, it will automatically switch itself off in approximately 30 minutes. It's also waterproof to about a meter for about 30 minutes. And the lens, let me see what it says here. The lens is, I'm not even sure how to pronounce this, siloxane coated shatterproof lens. Siloxane, I have no idea what that is. But honestly, of all these flashlights here, this is the one that I use the most. Even though I've got this permanently with me when I'm at the house, if this is in my bag or in my pocket, of the two, I'll go for this one because it is just easier to use. This one's great, but I always keep this as a backup. And when I'm on duty, I always use my LED Surefire and keep my incandescent one as an emergency backup just in case.